Hi, now you all can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my space and happy Monday. Happy full moon. This is a gorgeous full moon today. And it's a super moon, which basically means that the moon is closer to the earth, so it looks bigger and gorgeous. And I love it. And wow, the moon the last like 3 or 4 days here where I am in Colorado Springs has been so beautiful. Before the sun sets, like when it's in that space where it's not quite dusk, the sun's still out a little bit, but the moon has been so bright and so gorgeous. And I don't know about you guys, but this moon just feels really yummy. And there's a softness to it, and I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, I is it in Libra? We're in Libra, so I don't know. I'm always confused about the moon and what it does and blah blah blah. However, it feels really good, and I just want to make sure that I am live on my feed. Yep, I'm there. Okay, so if you're here, say hi and let me know. We're going to talk for a little bit about the moon and about a message that I got this morning. And then if you're live and you want a card pull, I'd love to pull a card for you. So just let me know. So again, it's a super moon. So it's really close. It's closer to Earth than normal. So what this means to me is not only does it look closer. Oh, hi, Michele. Welcome. Nice to see you. So glad you're catching me live too. I love it. And so it's closer. It not only looks closer, but I think when it's a super moon, that the energy can be a little bit more, not necessarily in like a big overwhelming way, but maybe we connect to it a little bit more. Maybe it feels a little bit more, maybe we feel connected to it more. Who knows? That's my experience oftentimes with the supermoons. And that's definitely been my experience. The other thing that with the supermoons is on a normal moon cycle, whether it's the full or the new, I can always feel the energy of it, like 3 days moving up to it and 3 days after, right? So it's like a 6 day, 6 or 7 days that I can really feel the energy. With a supermoon, I feel like it's even more. So it probably extends it a day or two on either side. So, we have more of an opportunity to really connect with it. And of course, we've got 2 weeks, 14 days in between each cycle. We're moving from the full into the moon or into the new. And so there's 14 days, right? So this is 14 days, but to really, really feel the energy, I think with these super moons, it's like 4 or 5 days after the day of, and then 4 or 5 days after. And I definitely started feeling it, in the middle of like probably Wednesday, Thursday last week. So there's that. So we are in a full moon. So full moon is all about releasing, right? New moon is all about setting intentions and goals. And the full moon is all about releasing. And so this morning, when I was in my prayer and contemplation time, I just kept getting this message about competition and comparison. And I'm like, okay, like I just kept being shown that word and hearing it. And I'm like, okay, this is really interesting. Like, what is this about? Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being live, guys. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys showing up, because if not, I'm just here talking to myself, and that's no fun. So, and I kept seeing this about competition and comparison. And it's like, I was being shown that that's something that we might want to look at, that we may want to release during this moon, that it would be really beautiful. Again, I'm not sure what sign the moon is in, but we are in the sign of Libra right now. And so, I love that. Oh, and there's Lisa. Yay. Pat, I just love that you happen to be on. Yay. And hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How many years was it, Lisa? 6 years ago today, I traveled to Newport to see Lisa and stay with her. I was on my way. It was a perfect trip. I got to be in Newport for like 3 days or 2 days. And then I went from there to New York City to do the filming that I did with Fox Edge. I think it was back. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, it was the best visit ever. And it was so much fun. And we had the best time. And I don't know if you guys know Newport, Rhode Island, but it is like a little slice of heaven right here in the United States. It is gorgeous and the energy is incredible and it's beautiful. And I loved being with Lisa and Pansy. She treated me like a queen. I had the most beautiful room to stay in and all these beautiful little goodies that she had for me. It was so nice. And we went out to the beach and went and saw a movie and walked, and it was just fantastic. So I'm loving that memory. And I love that that was my memory today. Anyway, so competition. So we can think of competition in two ways. We can think of it in competition with others. We can think about competition with ourselves. Oh, and back. I'm kind of going all around as I see people coming on here. But we are in the sign of Libra, and Libra is all about balance and beauty and harmony. And when we think about comparison and competition, those are opposite, right? Those are in direct opposition to balance and beauty and harmony. And so we really want to think about where we're in competition and where we're in comparison, right? So when I'm talking about competition is the need to win, the need to be right, the need to come out on top. Okay. And I think that we see this now in the world a lot. I'm not going to say more than ever because I think it's there, but we're seeing it a lot right now. This need to be right, to make sure that we're on the right side of everything, whatever it is. And the urge this morning from God was just come back to the middle, which you guys know, I talk about this all the time. I'm always being urged to come back to the middle where there is no comparison, where there is no competition with myself, with others, with anything. It's just a space of an attachment, right? A space of neutrality, a space of observation. And it feels really, really good. And when we can let go of that need of comparison, when we can let go of that need to be competitive and to win, that's where we can find peace. Peace and that do not go. They're in opposition, right? So if we say that we want peace, which I do believe we want it, right? We say it, we want it, but how do we get there? That's where sometimes we get hung up. And that's okay. We're human. We're not here to be perfect. We're not machines. We're not robots. Like, I went to Topgolf with my son last week, and out of, let's say, 100 shots, he had maybe not 100. Let's say 50. I don't know. It was a lot. We both hit a lot of balls, and it was fun. But maybe 50 shots. Out of 50, he had maybe 4 that went astray. And those are the 4 that he focused on, right? And I kept saying, give yourself some grace. You're not a machine. Like, we're human. We're flesh and bone. We are going to go off sometimes, right? So we're not going to always be in the middle. We are going to move to the sidelines and hang out there and try to see what's going on and get our bearings from time to time. And that's okay. That's okay. What matters is when do we realize it? When do we come back into the middle? When do we come back into that space of softness and love, right? Because again, when we think about it, there are only two emotions that we're capable of, love and fear, right? We want to be in our natural set point of love. Again, we're in the season of Libra, all about beauty and love. It's ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, right? So this is a great time to practice what love feels like for us, for ourselves, for those those closest to us, for our community, for our world, all of it. And a great time to notice, just notice, right? It's not about criticism. It's not about being uber critical. It's just noticing, where am I in competition? Where am I in comparison? And this is the thing. We think about this like we're in competition or comparison with other people, right? But it can be with ourselves too. We can be in competition and comparison with ourselves. Like, oh, at this point in my life, I was this. I had mastery over this pattern, or I was this size, or I was doing this, I had this success or whatever. And, comparing where we are today with back then, that's not love, right? That's not love. And that's actually lack thinking. That's yesterday was better. That time was better. I'm not as good today. Okay. So just be mindful of that. And, we can get into this habit of like, if we're competitive, we can go, oh, that's just my nature. Actually, it's not. Your nature is love. Your nature is peace. That's your true nature. And then the competitive is the personality that we've learned, right? So does it mean that you should never be competitive? No. I mean, competitive helps us to reach goals. It's when it's separating us from the love, right? That we want to be really careful of it, and that we want to be really, really mindful. And oftentimes what it does is it signals us that there is lack, right? Because it's lack thinking, and it's lack consciousness. So there's a void there. We're all made with this emptiness that, I believe God put it there so that we would look to him to fill it for us, because that's the only thing that really can fill it, our connection to God. But we look for it in all the other ways, right? We try to fill it with all these other things, competitiveness being one. Competitiveness. Liam started playing the drums. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me? Ooh, that's loud. That is very loud. Hold on, guys, just 1 second. Okay. But we're trying to fill that void, right? We're trying to fill it with something, with winning, with being right, with all of that, thinking that all that can satisfy the void, and it does not. Love, and only love, our connection, our relationship to God, source, spirit, is the only thing that can fill that void. And so the thing that another piece of this that came to me today. Oh, by the way, you guys, if anybody's here and wants a card, I would love to pull a card for you. Just let me know. Another piece of this that came through is Archangel Michael. He showed up today to say that he's here to help us during this moon. I'm not sure his connection with the moon. I try not to get too in the weeds with all that. Like, why are you here? What's this about? I just know the information I'm getting, and I trust it, and I move with it. And so Archangel Michael's here today to help us during this cycle, during this new moon, or this full moon that's all about release and letting go of the competitiveness and the comparison and all that, and there's this beautiful saying, comparison is the thief of joy. And I absolutely love that, because it truly is. When we are comparing ourselves to others, to our past selves, any of it, we're not present. And joy's in the present. Okay. So again, remember that this moon we're in the time of Libra. So, you know, it's all about beauty and balance and harmony. So just be mindful of that for these 2 weeks, right? Where just being intentional to notice and be aware of when you're off, when you're moved from the middle to one side or the other. Okay. So I pulled a card for us, and I love, love, love this because, well, I always love pulling cards. But this morning when I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a live today. I don't always know. Sometimes I plan them and sometimes I don't. When I was like, oh, I'm going to go live today to pull, and I'm going to pull some cards. And then I'm like, oh, I want to use that deck, this deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, which is such a beautiful deck. Oops. And interestingly enough, when I was looking at my memories today, when I saw that it was 6 years ago today that I was in Newport with Lisa, I also saw that I had just gotten this deck maybe 10 years ago. I'm not sure when it came out, but something like that. Let me look really quick and see when it was. But so I love that I was called to use this deck, right? And then here we are. It's like the anniversary of me using the deck and getting the deck and all that. It was 10 years ago. I was right. And Lisa says, oh, we used that deck so much. And it's tried and true. It's just a beautiful deck. But I pulled a card for the collective. Okay. And so the card that I pulled is Exchanging Gifts. And it's a beautiful card. And look, it's pink. It's like perfect for Libra, right? It's all pink and soft. And this is really about a balance, can't make this stuff up, of giving and receiving, right? And so this is what it says. I just want to read it, a little bit of it. It's the law of giving and receiving, trade-offs. And then it says you're entering into a productive and enriching time. Ooh, yay. When all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of giving and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. So basically what's important is don't just do, right? We don't want to just give. We need to have space for the receiving. And we also don't want to be in the space of just sitting and waiting around. We want to find the balance, right? Perfect card for what we're talking about with this full moon and this full moon in Libra, balance. So, all right. Pat would like a card. Lisa would like a card. I'm so happy. And I want to see what Pat said here. I heard that this full moon is different and that our focus should be on the lifeless want while releasing anything that happens to come up. I'm not sure. Okay, Pat, can you expand on that a little bit? Our focus should be on lifeless want. Can you expand on that? Because I'm really interested. Oh, focus on the life we want. Yes. While releasing anything that happens to come up. I love that. And that is absolutely true, right? Like anything that's keeping us from this life we want, and comparison and competitive, always having to be right, is keeping us from the life we want. Because there isn't anybody that I know that doesn't want the basic things in life, health, happiness, peace, joy, those. You might call them different things, right? But at the end of the day, it's love. And everybody that I know wants that. How we get there is different, right, for each of us. And we want to remember that, it's so simple. We try to make it so hard and so complicated. But if it's not love, it's separating us from everything. And if we want that life that we want, right? If we really want that life, then we've got to be in alignment with love, because that's where it all comes from. Hi, Crystal. How are you? So nice to see you. Let me know if you'd like a card. Okay, so, all right, Lisa, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Lisa, I keep seeing a J around you. Is there a J? Initial J like January? I'm not sure. And I'm also seeing a 3 and a 4. So that would be March or the 3rd of a month, and April or the 4th of a month. Okay. Okay, Crystal, I'd love to give you a card. Okay. So we're not going to get hung up on that, Lisa, but if you know who the J is, could be first, middle, last, maiden name. It feels like an older male, actually. Okay, and the card is orphaned in reverse. Boy, can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit verklempt right now. Like, because I know some things that are going on in Lisa's world. And so to me, I don't know what the book says, but what I'm feeling is you're feeling orphaned, and not just like parents orphaned, but just orphaned by life in a lot of ways. And but what I keep feeling is like this, there is such a community around you, and there is so much love. I almost feel like paint what the feeling is. Not like, I mean, your paintings are beautiful, right? I mean, and I love like this, the physical shapes, the physical forms that you're painting with the live models. But this is more like paint the emotions of what it feels like. And this has been, it feels like 18 months. So what would that have been? A year ago would have been October. So it would have been April of 2024 is when it started, is what it feels like. Okay. Your mom died in April. And is she's not a J? Is she a J? Let's see. I also want to look. The number 5 has some significance too. Jojo has a lot to say about this card as well. So, okay. So let's see. Change, personal growth, freedom, and adaptability. And it symbolizes God's grace and goodness. Wow. Okay. I love that. I just love that for you. And this, I don't know if this will convey on there, but okay. I'm going to hold it like that so that there's not that glare, but can you see that woman in that dress? She's in like this gorgeous flowing dress, and it's light and beautiful and airy. It's like, draw the emotions, draw the heaviness so that they can get out. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, Judy. I didn't even think of that. Wow. Okay. Oof. All right. Well, she's here. She wants to help you with that. Isn't that interesting? She wants to help you. So maybe, and I'm sure you have. Lisa says I've been moving a ton out. I'm sure you have. And this is more about not like drawing. It's more abstract is the word. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. I don't know. Hi, Shirley. How are you? You absolutely can get a card. Okay. And did Crystal say yes card? Okay. So we did Lisa. I'm going to write these down so that I don't have to depend on my poor memory because some days, wow, it is a thing. Lisa, Pat, Crystal, Shirley. Oh, Lisa, that's beautiful. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for makes me emotional. You know, I always say how honored I am to connect people with their loved ones. And the amount of love I wish you could feel, the amount of love that I'm feeling right now from your mom. It's like overwhelming. It's so much. So just know that. And thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be in this position to bring her through and to connect you. You know, it makes me emotional because it's so easy when we're here in our human form with other people in the human form. It's so easy to get it complicated and messy and be competitive and compare and all of that. And the love can get lost and the love can get buried and it can just, it can be a challenge. I remember like my relationship with my mom was it was complicated like most people's are. And I know that my mom loved me, but there was a lot of stuff between us. And I always planned my plan was to have a good conversation with her about it. And then before I did that, she got dementia and it wasn't possible. And I remember, it just happened the other day. I was out and walking and thinking about my mom and kind of sad and, you know, just like what I would give to have just 2 minutes with her, just 30 seconds, a hug. And a bluebird flew right there, right in the tree, right in front of me. And that was what my mom and I had agreed on when she was on hospice, when she was transitioning. I said, Mom, I want you to come as a bluebird. Now, hummingbirds were my mom's favorite. So I specifically asked for something that wasn't her thing. And I said a bluebird, and I said, and I want it to be at a time when I would least expect it, a place I would least expect it. And she did. And the first time. And so every once in a while, when I'm really having a struggle, when I'm on the struggle bus, as Michelle Pippin would say, my mom shows up as a bluebird. And the other day when she showed up, it was like my entire heart just burst open because I could feel all the love from her. It was so immense and so amazing and so incredible. And I thought, you know, isn't it a shame that while she was here that I felt her love and I felt it, but not like that. Not like that. Like my human went into spaces that weren't love and didn't receive that, right? Anyway, so she loves you, Lisa. She loves you and she loves you. Okay. All right, Pat, sorry. I didn't know that it was going to be so emotional today. I never know. You know, we just do our thing. We just show up and things happen and we go with it. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of a deep breath. Okay, and Pat, let's see. I think Pat said this was your first deck, and I love that. I love that this was your, do you mean like your first Colette Baron Reed deck or your first Oracle deck ever? I love that. I love it. Oh, thank you, Shirley. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, both of you so much. Okay, so Pat, are there two boys? Are there two boys? Guys, and I'm seeing the numbers are climbing, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. And if anybody else wants a reading, I did Lisa, now I'm doing Pat, got Crystal and Shirley. If anybody else is here and wants a card, I'd love to pull one for you. Okay, so Pat, two men, two males. Are there two men in your life? And it seems like, I don't know if this is how you live, but it feels like one's to the right, as I say left, one's to the left and one's to the right. So, oh, your first Oracle deck ever. I love that. So perfect that we're using this deck today then. So the two men, one to the left, one to the right. And I'm not sure if it feels like you feel like you're in the middle. So whatever it is, you feel like you're in the middle of them or something, like the messages actually come to the middle. Instead of feeling like you're in the middle of them, actually come to the middle where you're neutral, where you can be the observer, where you can, and it feels like there's like comparison. Okay. Two are single like you. And is there anything going on with two of your sons? Let's see. Hi, Adriana. Welcome. I would love to pull a card for you. Oh, hi. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so, okay, Pat, whatever it is, get in the middle. Get in the middle and get out of that fray, whatever they're in, whatever they're doing, whatever it is. Okay, so I've got Pat, Crystal, Shirley, Adriana. If anybody else wants a card, just let me know. And the card is a higher power in reverse. Okay, so to me, this is basically saying, like, turn it over, right? Okay, I had two sons that went on a trip. The youngest admits to being OCD. So was it kind of a challenge? And now are they trying to put you in the middle? Like, not necessarily having you pick sides, but talking to you about it a lot. It's like, it just feels like a lot of, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And I want you to notice that these colors are very muted, right? Very, very muted, very soft. There's nothing, and even the whole like picture, there's very little in it that's defined. So that's neutrality, right? It's not saying, oh, that's what this is, that's what this is, that's what this is. It's just being more in that neutral space. So wherever you can find neutrality with those sons, do it. It's going to bring peace to you. And then Pat, I don't know if this has come up before, but organization. Are you like organizing, cleaning and organizing? It feels overwhelming. Can you tell me about that? Laura, I would love to pull a card for you. Oh, I took care of one son's cats and he triggered you some. Okay. All right. So where can you look at that and find some space with it and come back to the middle, right? being triggered is not the issue. It's what we do with it, right? I mean, we're going to be triggered. We're human. It's going to happen. Like I think it's so interesting now that there is this push that if you're triggered, if somebody triggers you, like just done. You don't need to worry about them anymore. Don't have them in your life. Don't do anything. And what we're doing is creating this whole group of, we're creating people that are not going to know how to deal with conflict. And conflict resolution is a true thing, and it's an important thing. We have to know how to get along with people. Not everybody's going to agree with us. Not everybody's going to be kind. We will be triggered, right? By people we know, by strangers, and everything in between. What we do with it is what's important. So, does that make sense? Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Oh, she's got all her beautiful Jojo. Jojo, come. Joe, come. Good girl. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. She's got all of her beautiful grands there with her, and they are so lucky to have the best Mimi and Pooba. Is it Pooba? Is that right? That I don't know why that just okay. Pat says I'm decluttering dozens of boxes right now. I did work through it. I'm at a good place. Perfect. I love that. Okay. So Lisa says Jojo is barking for you. Yes, she is. She loves Lisa. She loves Lisa. Okay. Lisa, love you. Thank you so much. Mimi and Pooba. I got it right. Okay. So Lisa. All right. So Crystal. All right. Crystal. Let's see. Money keeps coming. I just see dollar signs all around. And it feels like I don't know if you were, it feels like the last 2 to 3, 4 months, something like that. The money has changed. And it's just what we were talking about at the beginning of this live with the lack consciousness. And so this moon is asking you to release limiting beliefs around money, limiting beliefs around you being worthy of receiving. Does that make sense, Crystal? And the card that goes with it is truth be told, and it's in reverse. You are so welcome, Pat. Thank you for being here. Okay, so truth be told, I want to look at this reverse message because I'm not sure. What I feel like is just what I said. Like, it's time to let that move from that lack consciousness into a space of abundance. But let me see. Truth be told. Protection. Where are you being dishonest with yourself or others? If you're unhappy in any area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth, even if you don't like what you hear. Acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under the heavy burdens that deceit and denial impose on you. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. Okay. I hope that helps, Crystal. She says, She says, I don't have any money woes. Okay. Have you noticed, though, that it's changed in the last 2 to 4 months or 2 to 4 weeks? Like there's something different with it, something different with how it comes in, something different. And it just feels like you're being asked to tweak something. So I'm not sure. Okay, Shirley. Hello, Shirley. Shirley, I don't know if you do mirror work, but I see you standing in front of a mirror and just lavishing yourself with love. But it's not easy. As I see you looking in the mirror and you're talking, like you keep diverting your eyes down, all up, all around. It's like you can't look in your eyes. And so this is a call to connect with you, to connect with that deep soul that we see in our eyes. And that's the part that makes us uncomfortable often, right? You're welcome, Crystal. Thank you. So this is a call to do that work. Like I would use this moon cycle, this super moon, beautiful cycle, to really connect with yourself in that way. And even though it's not easy, may not feel easy, practice it, right? Set that intention that that's what you're going to do for yourself. And again, this moon we're in Libra right now. So balance, harmony, love, Venus, everything Venus, right? So just I love that. Okay, so this is to the sea. And I'm not going to look this one up because what this says to me is water. Water, 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 water. Oh, and Shirley says, I'm a Libra. Woohoo, me too. Shout out to all of us Libras. Okay, but this says water to me, right? And so our emotions, that energy center that holds all of our water, the second energy center, which is the sacral chakra. And it's all about passion and creativity and joy and relationships and our sexuality and all of that. And a lot of people say that that's the seat of the soul, right? So, and when we're not really comfortable with emotions, especially hard emotions, and you're such an empath that I know you take on so much, and then that gets it gets convoluted because you're not sure what's yours and what's not. And like, find that space of love for yourself. Let those waters flow. Let the dam break. Let the stagnant waters start moving, and find that flow. It's essential for you right now. And I want to point out that she's got purple. Can you see that? It might not come through, but this, let's see, this right here is purple. And that just stood out to me the minute I turned the card over, the purple. So that connection to the divine, all that is really, really important. So, I hope that helps, Shirley. I'm going to check in with you in a couple weeks and see how you're doing with that mirror work, right? And it's just like mirror work, like, I love you, Shirley. Shirley, you're fantastic. You're doing such a great job, Shirley. Keep going. Keep going. Whatever it is, sweet. Just let your heart guide. Let those waters flow and let your emotions come. And, if you need to say something that's not particularly nice, get it out, let it out. Sometimes we have to say some things to ourselves that, maybe doesn't feel great, but we need it. Maybe. Okay, Adriana, hello. I keep seeing 3 females. So are there 3 women around you? Where are the 3 women? 3 women. And an initial C, like cat. First, middle, or last. So, I would love to. Lisa. Okay. Shirley says, oh, wow. Why am I surprised? Perfect. I've been stuffing emotions, like refusing to own it. Can't make this stuff up. You can never make this stuff up. It's always perfect. So, you know what? I think that that mirror work is going to be the catalyst for getting the waters moving, getting all of that moving and going, and just getting you back in touch with that part of you. Okay, so Carla, okay, and it doesn't matter that they're not close by. She says not close by. That's okay. Are there are there 3 females, Adriana? You're so welcome, Shirley. Mirror work it's challenging, but boy, is it powerful. So good. Hi, Darlene. How are you? Hey, Jojo. Come. Hey. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You know what? Why don't you come right up on here? Come up on here with mom. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, hi, Darlene. Good. I'm so glad you're doing well. Okay. So, Adriana, daughter. Okay. So you and your a daughter, and then Raina, another female, the three of you. Okay. So what is going on? And I feel like you're asking to be defended or for them to pick a side or something. I mean, I'm not getting absolute clarity about it because I'm trying to go kind of fast, but I'm not rushing through it, but I'm just asking for them to give information pretty quickly. So it feels like with the three females, you, daughter, and Raina, there's something that you're asking them to take your side on. And again, the message today is come to the middle. Come to the middle, be in a space of neutrality. And the message really is getting anybody on your side is not going to help the situation. You think it'll help it. You think it'll help you feel better. It won't. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Okay. And Shirley, if you want to, or sorry, Darlene, if you'd like a card, let me know. Does that make sense, Adriana? I hope it does. And is Carla connected to the situation that I'm feeling? Okay, and interesting. The card is loyal heart. So don't judge someone's loyalty by if they're willing to, take your side or not. That's we do that. That's our human, but that's not necessarily a good, indication of loyalty. It's how we define it oftentimes, but we want to be broader than that. We want to come to it from a space of love. Okay, let's see. What am I missing here? You are so welcome, Adriana. Does it make sense? Does that help? And let's see. I just want to see what fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. And this card is really calling you to be devoted to your highest good. That's the devotion. Okay. That's the devotion. All right. Laura, Lisa, and Darlene is still here, I assume. Are you guys still here? I should have asked that. I'm sorry. But I don't want to pull a card for somebody who's not here. That kind of goes against my rule. So, Laura, if you could let me know if you're here. Lisa's here. Darlene's here. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Laura, I keep seeing you in front of three paths. Two seem like the three. So it's initially two paths, and then shortly after they begin, one of the paths splits off and becomes two. So there's two, and then shortly right there's three. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like one of the paths actually has two options, is what it feels like. So I see you before those. And it's interesting because normally, I'm like, well, which one does her heart want? That's what we choose. Your heart's with both of them. Your heart's with all of them. And now it just comes down to, you got to get really, really clear. So this moon is a really important time for you to get clear about what your heart wants and what you want, not up here, but in your heart. Because up here, it's different, right? What you want in here is different. And I feel like some of it you haven't even really allowed yourself to think fully or to step into, to really hold on to it tightly. And so you're being asked right now, this moon is asking you to do that, to really, really look at it, to see what you want, to see what you need, and then move into that. and to release what no longer serves you. It feels like you're transitioning into how you are in the world, how you show up in the world. And it feels, this is so interesting, but it feels quieter and at the same time louder. Like not more loud, like bah loud, but like more vibrant. Like the colors just get so vibrant when I see you transitioning into this. So I don't know if that makes sense. But that's what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. And the card that we pulled for this, oh my gosh, to the sea again. Okay, to the sea. I'm going to look this one up. Oh, and it's a number 7. I love that. I love that it's number 7. But this one is being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. I think that is so perfect for what we just talked about with the paths. It all feels like it's in your heart's alignment, but it's time for you to take some stillness. And she's on calm water right there, right? There's no big waves. There's no tsunamis. There's nothing like that. It's just calm water. So find the flow and get really honest. I hope that helps, Laura. Thank you so much. Okay, Lisa, let's see what Adriana said. Tremendous thanks. Makes sense to intend my highest self peacefully in the higher love. Oh, thank you so much, Adriana. I appreciate it. And thank you for being here the first time. I love it. I'm so glad that you found me and that we got to have a card pull today. Oh, guys, and I should take this time to tell you that, it's October. It's my birthday month. If you know me, if you followed me for any, the past several years, October is the time that we celebrate. I celebrate me. I celebrate you being in my life. So I celebrate you. It's all fantastic. And this year I'm going to do a few things, but what I'm doing right now is I have a new reading that I'm doing for people, and it's so much fun. I just love it. Of course, I bring my intuition to it always, but it's not really it's not astrology. It's more, I'm calling it a sacred mapping, because it's mapping out who you are and where you are, and how to be in alignment with life moving forward. So it looks at the day you were born, the day of the week, the time of day, and then your life number. And so it's really interesting. It's really fun. And because I'm going to be 58, they're $58. What a bargain. So go to michellesnelling.com. You can find the link there. I'll put the link in later when I'm done, and you can find it. And we just had a jumper, so that's going to be Lisa's card. So if you want any more information about that, let me know. I would love to do that for you. And the people that I've done these for, it's really, really great. It's not as complicated as astrology. It's easy. They're fun. It's just interesting. So I'd love to do that for you. You do? You and Adriana know each other through word alchemy. Yay! You know how I feel about Lisa's deck, themom.com. And yeah, it is a bargain. I think it's a pretty good thing. So anyway, let me know if you're interested, if you want more information. I'd love to do that for you. Okay, so Lisa, I got Imagine upside down for you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to say is it's the blue. And it's all about communication, right? Communication, and particularly self-talk. And your imagination, you've got a really vivid imagination. You are one of the most creative people that I know. And sometimes it almost hinders you from being present. Like your mind takes you 25 places. So bring the mind back, Bring the mind back. Bring the mind back. Ho'oponopono is your best friend. We know this. And ask, like, what I keep seeing is you writing, like journaling, and just connecting and saying, God, like, what do you want me to know today? What do you want me to know today? And then just writing. And seeing what comes up so that you're relaxing your mind, you're giving your mind the break from thinking and creating, and you're just receiving. Does that make sense, Lisa? I hope that makes sense. And Laura says, visiting the ocean next week and starting my public speaking. Oh, I love that. Okay, there you go. So is there something with that public speaking, Laura, that it's like you quiet and then it gets brighter? I don't know what that means exactly. Oh, I love this, Adriana. She is such a dear. She's a dear beloved friend of mine too, and a phenomenal word alchemist. I'm going to say, we don't even need to put a word in there. She's a phenomenal alchemist. So if you guys don't know Lisa, I use her deck often. We've done these Mondays. She's been on Mondays with Michele several times where we've used her deck for readings, and it's phenomenal. Lisa Star Francis. So go find her. Go find her. Oh, Laura, I would love that. Thank you. You know what? I'll send you the link. When I'm done here, I'll send it to you. Thank you so much. Okay. Darlene. Darlene, is there a new romance? And I'm seeing 3 children. So where are the 3 children? Oh, I've got 3 minutes left, guys. Okay, so I just keep feeling like the need for it's interesting. I'm trying to figure out what this means. On the one hand, I keep seeing that you need to be grounded, but then on the other hand, I feel like you're too grounded. What does this mean? I'm asking them to clarify. Does that make sense to you, Darlene? I see. What I feel like it is like the energy is just flowing too quickly. It's like rushing out of your body. So it's almost like reel the energy back in, contain it, keep it in here to fuel you, to nourish you. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Yes, as usual, I'm all over the place. Okay. And she says, yes, 2 local, 1 in Ohio. Perfect. Okay. So it feels like it's just a matter of practicing pulling the energy back in so that it's not siphoning all off, and that will help. Okay. And then the card is chop wood. So do the day-to-day things, that like focus on that. Focus on those day-to-day things that need to be done. Chopping wood, gathering water, those type of things. So this is like is daily practice to bring the energy in and let it fill you up. Let it, like, when it feels like when you bring it back in, instead of it just siphoning out all over, when you bring it back in, it's going to fill up all the space in your body. And that will ground you and connect you at the same time. Because as it is right now, it's like an untethered balloon. Okay. Great reminder. I just put all my wood in the other day. Love that. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, I missed a comment here, Lisa. It kind of sounds like when I painted, creating space for allowing. Yes, I love that, right? We can't make this stuff up. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Thank you for the honor of reading for you. I know it's vulnerable and can be, it can be very vulnerable. And I appreciate you letting me in that space. As always, I'm honored and I appreciate it. And I love you guys. Oh, let's see, Darlene. What did Darlene say? Started my life untethered. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. All right. Thank you, guys. See you next week.